Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. All right, so we're getting into some car mechanic. Now, we did a little bit of DLC, and I think we should have one of the new vehicles waiting. Take a look in a second here. How's everybody doing today? So we are going to work on some of the new DLC. Alright, so I think we have one of the new DLC cars. That one's an older DLC. Here we go. We have a Dodge Challenger. Yes, that's new. Okay, so we'll work on that once we finish what we have inside. Okay, so let's see what the specs are on this one. Electric vehicle. And we got a bunch of stuff we didn't discover yet. But they also want some tuning to be increased. So 14 to 19%. I think the easy way to do that is to just bump up the battery ports there as well. So we'll take a look and see what needs to be replaced. Once we figure out what needs to be replaced, we'll figure out what we can replace to get the tuning requirements that they have. Alright, so just give me 1 second here. Okay. Alrighty, just making sure everything is running properly. And let's get going. Okay. So I have to change and drain the brake fluid. Alright, so let's start off with some tests here. There's no gas engine on this one. Ooh, I can see some rusty parts back there. There's no gas engine on this one, so we don't have to, we can't do certain tests here. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Good chatting with you earlier. What's going on today? How you been? What's new? I don't know if you still stream, but I'll give you a shout out anyway. So you guys can check out Phoenix. Alright. Got a good amount of information here. Let's check the tires. It kind of sucks because you only got to do tires early in the game, and now you don't really get requests to do anything. Okay, cool. Are you gonna still be doing basketball, or you thinking about doing some other sports there? All right, they want us to change the brake fluid, so I'm just gonna do that now and get it over with. Yeah, I mean, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing it. So if you feel like it was more work than it was worth, I would skip it. But there's tons of games out there. I mean, I don't know if you plan on sticking with like PlayStation stuff, and you do keep your PlayStation Plus, there's always a bunch of games that you could run from there as well. Yep. Alright, so let's get in under the hood here. Let's do our visual inspection. This also gives you a good amount of info as to what needs to be worked on. So this is Car Mechanic Simulator. I am repairing a customer's car, and then we had some new DLC with some Dodge vehicles. I think it was like Dodge, Pontiac, and maybe Chevy together. Can't remember. But what I'm doing now is just inspecting the parts that I need to replace. And as I can see here, I need to get rid of this battery pack. I have some engine components that also need to be redone. So anything that's in red needs to be replaced. Some things can be repaired, but a lot of them cannot. So that's another thing you have to consider when you're working here. Alright, so let's remove this first battery module. And I'm actually going to do an update on that part. I have a whole bunch of stuff from the last car that I worked on. So I'm going to try to update this one and replace it with a 2% one. And I'm going to actually clear all this because all these are from different jobs. Yep, so the main point here is, customers bring their cars to you, you fix them up for them, and then move them along pretty nicely. You get paid for it, obviously, and it gives you a bunch of credit and stuff. Alright, so let's lower the vehicle. Customer is looking for a 14, if I remember correctly. It's like a 14% increase? 14 to 19%, yeah. Oh, there's another battery module that needs to be replaced? Alright, let's do that as well. That'll give us another 2%. Let's go back to the store, purchase it. Oh, this one, yeah. Oh, that looks like crap. Sometimes you can actually just look at the parts and tell, but you get XP to actually do those kind of the searching of them and the scanning and things like that. So. Alright, let's get into our cables here. You can also replace some of the cables to give us some of those points as well. This cable definitely needs to be replaced. Oh, you just there's some tutorials if you open it up and get into it though. Alright, let's see. It also was like a reasonably streamed game when it first came out for PC. See how far we can go before we have to take the tires off. Yeah, I have a friend who said the same thing. He was just like, yeah, he just can't. He doesn't understand what happens in this game. It's actually pretty logical. I mean, you're repairing car parts and figuring out what needs to be replaced and then replacing it. Alright, now you're telling me that I can't take this part off without putting the car back down. Alright, let's go back down. Try to get back into it. There we go. So every once in a while you need to use a little bit of WD-40 in order to get some of the old rusty screws off. Alright, we need a new end housing. So a good thing is most of the parts that we need to replace should give us a little bit of boost when we replace them with the higher end parts. I might actually take out the rotor and replace the stator as well. But this is an electric vehicle, so it has different parts than you'll see in a regular engined car. Combustion engine. Alright, so let's see if we can buy those replacement parts. Anything else back here that we need? Oh, you know what? Let's take off this tire. see, maybe replacing the gearbox will also give us some of the points that we need. Okay. Alright, let's go to the shop and let's buy a few more of these things. Can't get one of those, can't get that, not that. Alright, unfortunately, a lot of the things are not available in that shop. So let's go back to the gearbox shop, see if we can pick up that gearbox. Alright, that gives us 1%. And then we will go back and get those other parts. Oh, it's in the electric shop. We didn't need a new rotor anyway, so I'm not gonna fight with it. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty much one of the electric vehicles at the moment. We do have a Dodge Charger outside. That's part of the new DLC. Bring that one in once we're done here. Okay, let's get back over to this side. We can put these back. Alright, we gotta lower the vehicle, work on that from the engine bay. I think we're gonna be a little bit short of our full setting here, so I'll just have to play around with some things here in a second. Okay. EV battery module. Where's that? I don't think I've seen one of those before. Oh, we removed all those already. Alright, so let's do one more. I think I didn't realize we had 3 of them because they separated them. If you look kind of at the list of what needs to be replaced here, it showed 2 of them together, but then there's one more that was separate, which is strange, but that's what the game does sometimes. So I'm gonna get the last one here from the tune-up shop. I think I removed most of them, so this EV should be the end here. Well, they also have the ECUs, but I don't know if it's one of the ones that we needed to replace. So I'm just going to alphabetical order. I missed it. There we go. These are expensive. They're 2,000 credits each. Okay. Alright, so we can clear that from this list. Excellent. Alright, let's lower the car again. We're going to go back into it here. Yeah, what's new with everybody? Has anybody been playing this? You're probably going to get an ad coming up as well if you are there, just so you are aware, but it'll be quick. Okay, let's get back in here. Alright, so the housing, I think we have to get it for the electronic shop. No. There we go. It's in the general shop. Alright, so we're just putting things back together here. Gotta put the support bracket on. Charger goes back. We try to look at the charger. Let me check. So let's see, because that might be something that we can change here. Yeah, let's do that. Swap out the charger. Again, we're trying to hit 14% upgrades for this client, so let's see if that ticks it off. Nope, still not enough. Okay. Let's check for the power electronics. Yeah, so with these cars, usually you just end up replacing a bunch of parts to get to the number that the client's asking for. Oh, that needs to be replaced. Power electronics cover. I don't think they have one there now. Gotta get it from the main shop. Excellent. Right. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, we have to raise the vehicle again because there's one piece that we have to put on from underneath. It's this end piece here. Air compressor. See, let me check something. Let's see if we can get a new air compressor. No, okay. Not in the tuning shop. Alright, now to put this cable on, we have to lower it again. I'm actually really interested in figuring out like what percentage we're actually at right now. Okay, good. We hit the percentage. Perfect. Alright. So we replaced a bunch of things, but that actually gave us the percent increase that the client was looking for. So that's helpful. Okay, next thing. We need to replace the ECU type B, which is usually up front here. There it is. Replace that. We have to get it from the electronics shop. Excellent. New ECU goes in. That is in place. Alright, knocking sound. Okay, so we have some wheel bearings and one more part that's missing. Okay. What they say is coming from suspension. They didn't say rear or front. So, oh, I see it. So these wheel bearings here are okay. What I'm gonna do is the quickest way to discover which ones these are is to move the car to the test path. So we'll just bring it to the test path. That'll uncover what is actually happening here with the vehicle. Alright, so let's get started. That was the first. I don't think I've ever heard that sound there before. Oh, it might have been the electric vehicle starting up. Okay, maybe that will tell. Ooh, that door looks like crap. Yes, tells well we knew about the double wishbone, but it didn't tell us which hub. Was it hubs or bushings that needed to be replaced? Take a look at it in a second here. Let's bring the vehicle up again. Oh, so it's the hub bearing. Okay. we could just highlight them. Save us a little bit of time here. And we need this double wishbone to come out. Okay, let's go double wishbone. Alright, let's go to our spring puller. Separate that part. Alright, double wishbone shock absorber. Alright, let's put the parts back together. Double wishbone, spring, and cap. Very good. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put our double wishbone back in. And tire goes back on. Very good. Alright, move over to the other side here. This is where the hub needs to come out. It's probably one in the back. Need two of those. Okay, make our way back here. Is it this one? Nope, it's the other side. Alright, and after this, we just have to do body work on this car. Alright, that is in. And done. Okay, next is bodywork, but I want to clear what we have going on in here first. Hey Timmy, how you doing? I saw your update, so you're getting ready to go back to work after the summer. How's the baby? I know you haven't streamed in a while, but I will still give you a shout out there, Timmy. Alright, let's take some parts here. Things that we definitely will need. I can see that this tail light needs to be replaced. This fender. This mirror. I'm from New York, we don't say mirror. We say mirror, so I have to always enunciate for everybody here. I think that's it. Alrighty. Alright, let's see if we can work on any of these parts. This could save us a ton of money. Okay, cool. That's good to hear that you and the baby are doing well. I know it's starting up back to school time for you. Excellent. I think we were able to fix most of those things. We had some stuff here. We could use these for another job. Oh, I could have fixed that. I could have saved some money. And these were parts that we pulled to replace for the upgrades. Oh, I didn't realize we could fix these battery modules too. Well, I'll keep that in mind for the next time. I'm alright. Doing pretty well. I took off a few days from work. I'm in a position where I have too much vacation time, so they're actually forcing me to take vacation. So can't complain about that. It's actually pretty lucky. So I've been taking advantage of it. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I have to run around and do appointments for like my dad and stuff. So I've been doing that. But yeah, just trying to not get too stressed out by stuff. Easier said than done sometimes. But yeah. Really can't complain. Yeah, so I actually haven't been at work since last Thursday. I'll go back tomorrow. And then I'll be off again next Wednesday, and I might take a few more days off before the end of the summer. Okay, what else? What did we miss? Ooh, our engine cover, windshield, front right door, left tail light. Okay. I know we did the right tail light, so we need a left tail light. Did I say the right front door? Alright, let's see if we can fix this. And we need a new windshield, which is strange because the windshield is actually in pretty good shape. But it's okay. See if we can fix this. Yes, we can. Alright, let's do some shopping. We need that right headlight as well. And the windshield. Alright, doors repaired. Right there. Oh yeah, no, I don't even get like a break. I'm gonna go right back into teaching a class when I get back tomorrow, so. Okay, no, we did put a new one there, so what did we miss? It may have been, wait, hold up. Is it the tail light? Left tail light, oh, okay. And did we replace or repair the engine cover? I don't know if I was able to fix anything on that one. Yes, I was. Okay, good. Okay, and left tail light. So let's get a new left tail light. I've actually bought the wrong one. Actually, both tail lights. Yeah, but thanks. No, I'm not worried about it. I don't really struggle getting back into work. It's kind of like, alright, I'm back. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to taking off the days that I have next week. I have a pretty good team that I work with, so if I'm not there, it's not like, you know, sky's falling or anything. But yeah, I have to teach as soon as I get back tomorrow, so that's always fun, because I have to go. I didn't make any copies before I left, so I have to do copies for the class and get the AV equipment set up and all that other good stuff, but it is what it is. Alright, outside, I'm going to bring in this Dodge Charger, which, if I remember correctly, is a part of the new DLC that we got. And we'll try to call something else for outside. Ooh, we have a Viper. Let's put the Viper outside. So I think, if I remember correctly, the DLC was like Dodge, Pontiac, somebody else. Hold on for a second. Let me just double check. But it was we got it like a month ago, and then we played a little bit, but we never got any of the cars until the end of the stream. So wasn't extremely helpful there. Alright, let's check here. Just bear with me for a second. I just want to make sure I have the cars correct, because I'm pretty sure Chevy was included in it. But as you get older, your memory isn't the best. You spend most of your time trying to remember what your name is, so it happens. Alright, let's see. Car. Yeah, they actually gave away, PlayStation Plus gave away the older version of this game. Alright, okay, so we have the Dodge one already. There was a Ram one. Okay, the Dodge Modern. Plymouth. Oh, they have a VR version of this game for PS4. Chrysler. I have all the DLCs. I'm trying to see which one I got recently. Oh yeah, so yes, it was a Dodge Plymouth Chrysler one. My bad. Thought it was Chevy. Sorry, Chevy owners. There were no Chevys hurt in It's DLC. All right, let's get back inside. Okay, so let's work on this one, and then we'll work on that one next. Ooh, this one has some really bad engine issues. Okay, so this is a Griffin Tyro. As you can see, it is a Mini Cooper-esque vehicle that they made in the game. Timing gear, fix all engine problems, repair parts, and tuning increase. Okay, so what I'll probably do is increase this throttle because that throttle needs to be replaced. Actually, my bad. Timing cover. It looks like the throttle. There's no throttle. This has turbo? Wow. So we'll bump up the turbocharger as well. Maybe update the manifold and the throttle. And that might be an easy, need a 9 to 14% increase. So that should be pretty quick. All right, let's do our checks to see what else it'll tell us. Again, it's good to do this for XP here. I don't know what the level is. I don't know if there's an upper level. Most games nowadays have like a ridiculous level. Like Bus Sim, like I've seen people at 400 and change. Like most games used to cap out at like 100 or 50, and nothing's happening like that anymore. All right. Alright, so we're gonna have to take the entire engine apart. I like to take the engine out, that way I don't have to drain every fluid except for the oil. So we'll do that. Next one here, let's check our electronics. Just have a little bit of tea left here. Sip that. Yeah, Timmy, you haven't been, I don't think you've seen since I got the camera. I don't know if you've seen any VODs, but I ended up buying this camera a few months ago. Alright, we'll check some more of the engine components. Our fuel system. Make sure there's no leaks. Alright, we can also add the fuel pump to our list of things to help us get that increase as well, because we can get a fancy fuel pump. Last but not least, oh, we did everything there. Okay, good. So we will now do a visual check and examine all the parts here that we can examine. Again, this gives you more information and it gives you XP at the same time. So it's like we're given like those 20-point inspections here. Okay, let's take a look here. So this is a front-wheel drive vehicle. As you can tell from the lack of a drive shaft. And there's no 4x4 interchange. Okay, I think we got everything. Nope, we didn't finish the engine. Alright, so now let's head back here. Let's bring this vehicle up. Now let's do some body work as well. Camera's been good. It's pretty good. It's very high quality. The price point was pretty good. And it adds, you know, a little bit more kind of personalization to the streams. So I was using my laptop camera for a while, but this is a little bit better. It actually is clearer, and then it works better with the green screen dynamics. Okay, send this back. Alright, so let's take the components off that we need to remove the engine. Okay. Take the drive shaft out. Alright, good thing with this one is nothing's super connected there, so that's easy. Okay, another thing that I want to do here is I want to swap out this fuel pump already. Now typically I have a ton of fuel pumps sitting around, but I don't have any that will give us an increase in the power. So let's get one of those from the power shop. Alright, let's increase the throttle. Can't get a timing cover from there. Okay, that turbocharger and everything else should give us everything that we needed. I don't think we need the intake manifold because that would give us overkill at this point. So just need 9 to 14%. Yeah. So if we did so 7, 3. This is 1. Is this 1 or 2? Let's see. This one's 2.5, 275. This one's 1.5. Turbocharger 7. Yeah, we could do the intake. That should give us enough. Okay. Alright, let's lower the vehicle. I like to work on engines on the stand, and then that way we don't have to drain all of the other fluids out of the vehicle. I gotta take the gearbox out. Some of the, oh yeah, you always have to take the gearbox off. I was like, some of the vehicles you can leave it in. No, you can't. You gotta take it out every time. Alright, let's get back underneath. The starter. And of course we gotta take the starter out while it's down. Some of these engines, they get a little bit wonky with how they want you to do things, what order. Alright, so with this one we have to take the starter out from here. Then we go take the gearbox out, and then we can take the engine out. We've already taken the oil out of the engine, so we won't get a penalty for spilling any oil. Okay. Lower. Actually, I was watching a video, I think earlier today, of a guy taking an engine out of a Toyota. Seriously, front exhaust section. I gotta do that from underneath, right? Yeah. So if you leave the engine on the stand and you start working on the components and you don't drain the fluids, like all of the fluids, then you'll be penalized for spilling the fluids. So you'd have to drain the power steering fluid, you have to drain the coolant, and if you don't do that, it'll spill all those. So to save time and not have to drain all those, I prefer just taking the stand out, the engine out. Again, you can do all the work with it in, but if you don't drain, so if I were to do it in the engine, I have to drain the coolant, because once I take out the water pump, the coolant's gonna all fall out. And then when I take off the power steering pump, it would actually cause that to drain if I don't drain them. So to save me from having to drain them, I just pull them out. I hope that answered your question. Alright, so I'm just working on some of the stuff now that we can repair. Fuel pumps are always repairable if you play this game, so I think only if they're like in the red do you have to actually worry about them. Okay. So we have an I-4 BFM. Alright, let's get to work. So we'll take out the turbocharger, which needs to be replaced. The exhaust manifold looks pretty good. Let's see if we can work on that. We definitely need to get a new timing cover, and I think the percentage is too low, so we have to buy a new one. You also notice that our intake manifold needs to be replaced. We have a replacement throttle that we'll put on as well, so we get more power. We have our intake manifold, which we have an extra one. Let's see. Right, so cam gear needs to be replaced. Definitely the timing chain. Usually if that cover is in bad shape, the chain probably needs to be replaced on the game as well. Alright, let's see. Okay, so next we'll take out our ignition coils, and we have to replace at least one of them at the moment. Take the cover off. Get a little bit of oil there. There's a rusty screw. Okay, we can take the spark plugs out. And I'm gonna have to take all these out because we do have a piston ring that needs to be replaced and a piston that needs to be replaced. So unfortunately that means we have to take everything apart. I just want to take the, oh, can't do that yet. Let's work on, I want to take this cover off. Actually, I've mentioned this probably a lot on the stream whenever I'm playing this game. Every time I see the serpentine belt, it reminds me I spoke to someone on the phone when I was working at one place who said that he actually designed the modern serpentine belt. Used to work for one of the big manufacturers in Detroit. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's continue to remove the caps. Alright, take out the first camshaft. Okay, now we have our fuel injectors. I don't think any of these are in bad shape, which is good. You could also do fuel injector upgrades if you needed to increase the power as well. Okay, let's rotate. Let's get to the bottom of it. Literally. So if we didn't remove the oil and we actually tried to do that, we would have just gotten a penalty. Now I don't need to take that off, so I'm going to put it back. I think mainly that rusty screw was kind of making me think I had to do something there. Okay, I think... So one of the tough parts is if you don't have these labeled, it's a little bit difficult to figure out which one it is that you need to replace. But again, you get XP for putting on and putting off, putting on and taking off things, so it's not like all wasted. Because I don't think it, sometimes it's not the same one, see, so it's not the one that the piston needed to be replaced. Alright, so let's get a piston ring. It's funny, if I actually stream this from the PlayStation, when I'm searching, it doesn't allow you to see what I'm searching. But since I'm playing through a kind of stream card, capture card, it lets you see it. Okay, this one's good. And the good thing is that this station, there's a few stations in the game, but this particular station is actually royalty free. So if you're streaming it, you don't have to worry about like getting any hits. Alright, so that piston needs to be replaced. And I'll leave the ring that we had on it, as it was still in decent condition. Yeah, sometimes again, the ring and the piston ring and the piston that need to be replaced are not the same on the same shaft. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can fix anything else here. So we can fix the turbocharger, but I bought a better one. Alright, exhaust manifold. We're gonna replace the throttle. We're gonna replace this intake as well. Ooh, the water pump can be fixed. That's good. And then I like doing this sometimes because it actually increases the overall quality of the job just by touching up the little parts. Okay. Alright, let's get back into it. Alright, we were able to repair that water pump. Okay. Put a new intake manifold on, that looks great. I'm gonna put a new throttle on. That looks good as well. The idler roller. I'm going to start to replace our camshafts, which we were actually able to touch up a little bit. We have a ton of intake manifolds because we keep fixing them and then just putting newer ones in. Oh, we actually had a turbocharger already. That's the new turbocharger. It has more power than the last one did. Cam gear goes back. Serpentine belt A was still good. We need a new belt tensioner. Okay, belt tensioner goes back. Righty. Alright, time and cover. Serpentine belt B. Another idler roller. Alright, make our way up to the top. Let's put our fuel injectors back in. We've repaired those, so they should all be at 100%. Should actually be pretty good. Alright, we're probably going to have to buy the cam gear. Yes. Because it's not something that we could have fixed at that level. Alright, we need a new timing chain. And we need a new cam gear B. And timing cover. Alright, let's go. Alright, now to put all of these camshaft caps back in. Alright, spark plugs going back in here. And if I remember correctly, we needed to actually buy a new ignition oil. should have tagged it, but I have a feeling that the ignition coils are now in the electronics shop. Okay, let's see. I think everything is back to normal there. Yeah, okay, good. So let's take this off the stand. Let's put it back in the car. Alright, gets reinstalled. Okay, our crane can go back. Alright, let's take a look. Did we hit that part? No, we're still short. Did we go too far? Because if you go past the point, the game is very unforgiving. So let me put the oil back in. There's a way that we can test it, and I'm going to do that in a second. I just want to start putting most of the things back, so. Alright, let's move back over to the other side here. Okay, let's lower the vehicle. If we find that we're still not where we need to be, I'm going to try to replace one of these ignition coils. Let's go to the dyno. I'm going to test to see if we are at the number that we are looking for. So start the test. See what we get. So they want 9 to 14%. I don't think we overshot it. We may have by a little bit if my math was off, but if we did, I'll probably just pull the fuel pump out. That'll be easy. Yep, we're slightly over, 14.25. Alright, so we'll pull out the fuel pump and just put a generic one in. And that should be okay. That's a pain. My math was a little bit higher than I thought. Alright, so we'll finish up with some body work on here. It needs a lot of body work actually. So what we'll do is we'll take this fuel pump out and we'll just put a regular fuel pump in, and that should get us that done. Yes, beautiful. All right, last thing here is our body work. Left front door, left fender, rear bumper, rear right door, right side mirror, and trunk. Okay, so bumper, trunk, window, as well, and I forgot, I think it was rear right door, was it? Oh, it's just the windows. Okay, right side mirror. and this little fender. Okay, let's. I want to send this over to the vehicle as well. Let's do some welding. We can fix most of these. We'll save ourselves some money. Okay, we have to buy those windows though. Okay, left front window, right rear window. Okay, oop, went the wrong way. Alright, we're in assembly mode. Trunk goes back. Very good. Bumper was repaired. Trunk window is still good. This window needs to be replaced. And last but not least, right side mirror is done. Excellent. And we probably don't need to weld it, but let's spend $1,000 to do it anyway. Get off any other rest there. Oh, we forgot to put the license plate back. It will give us a hard time for that. Alright, I think that was successful. Customers willing to pay us 13,000 credits for that one. Alright, let's bring in another one from outside. In the meantime, we have our Mustang here. Set this up for next time. And last but not least, let's pick up another car. Ooh. Pagani, Jaguar, the Aston Martin. Let's do the Aston Martin. Oh, that's in pretty good condition. Okay, so what we'll do, again, sorry, it wasn't Chevy, it was actually Dodge. We just have to do body work on this one. Got a few minutes, let's do it. We'll finish up with doing the body work on this. So that windshield needs to come out. Definitely this mirror. This window. Let's see what else. Left tail light, rear bumper, right body window A. And the windshield, okay. Oh, we took the windshield out already. Said left tail light. Yes, left tail light. Is it the bumper too, really? Yeah, rear bumper, that's strange. Doesn't look bad. And there was one more thing. Took the right side mirror already. Left tail light. Oh, right body window A. Alright, so we repaired some parts there. Let's put stuff. We gotta buy some things. Go back to the store. We had the Ford Mustang. We need a right body window A, new windshield, a left tail light. Okay, I'm looking at it. I'm like, where's the left tail light? There we go. All right, let's put stuff back. Windshield. Oh, I thought we bought one. My bad. How did we not buy one? That was like the first thing I thought of. Windshield. All right, let's wrap this up. Okay, what's happening? Is it the wrong windshield? Oh, it's the wrong car. Wow. I'm not paying attention today. Alright, so I bought a bunch of stuff we didn't need. But there is a bad Mustang outside, so we'll save that for that. I think I bought 2 windshields. I think we'll need those for the other Mustang that's outside. Actually, you know what? Since I'm rushing, I forgot to just do some XP stuff. Let's do that as well. Alright, almost done today. Alright, next up. Alright, let's take care of what we gotta take care of and wrap this one up. Don't forget to put your license plates back. The game does not like it when you don't put those back. Yeah, I got the left body window for the wrong car. Alright, this one's done for 5,000 credits. Very good. Alright, so we'll bring the Mustang in and we'll wrap it up. Oh, we already brought the Mustang in. Let's bring the old Mercedes in and we'll wrap it up there. Pick up one more car for outside. We will work on the Mustang next. Oh, we got a lot waiting outside. Ooh, this Bolt Reptilla looks pretty good. Also have a dragster there. Two of them. One of them just dropped off. I want to do this one. It just needs a gearbox and some body parts, but this is actually one of the fake cars. It looks good though. They did a good job with like mirroring real cars with this new version. Alright, there is where we are done. So I'll save it. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Phoenix, for stopping by. Anybody else who's new to stop by, thanks for hanging out. Again, you can watch this here on Twitch, and then we'll also be on our YouTube page. We've been saving our old videos there because Twitch doesn't keep them up for very long. Alright, like, follow, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see if anyone... Yes, you too. Have a great evening, Timmy. Let's see. Oh, I know we can join. We can join Unicorn Taco. He's playing Demonologist. If you're afraid of games, don't watch it. It's scary. Catch everyone later. Have a great evening, everyone. And hopefully we will be back on Thursday evening. I don't know how everything goes. Stay safe, everyone.